Hey, my name is PolishLynx and welcome to this already 21st episode of Lucid9. And okay, basically we head back to apartment, releasing the crisp night air. My dad's all but dissipated. Okay, sleep comes quickly to me. Yeah, so that's how it is. I wake in daze, staring emptily at the ceiling. My jaw is pounding in pain and my lungs are still burning. Seems like drawing isn't great for your health. Who would have thought? I briefly checked time. Still early, way early. Checks the phone. And it looks like I've gotten yet another mail. Well, perhaps you do have a chance that you are not looking for, because it frightens you. Do what you think is right, Mr. Troll, even if there are those who mock you or do not understand. Best of luck! It's so great that I can only stare in disbelief. A single ridiculous thought comes to my mind. It's as if I'm speaking to myself. But that's just crazy, right? It can be. I was there when the first replies came. They came quickly. They came consecutively. I didn't lapse. I didn't skip. But there are ways to schedule emails. What if I knew? How would I respond? No. This is stupid and ridiculous and I just need to stop thinking. Reply. I hope you're right. None of my friends really get what's going on. I can't tell them either. What do you think the right choice is? There, that test. If the recipient knows what I'm talking about. I'm so paranoid. I stumble out of bed and change my uniform, and then dig through the fridge for some breakfast. Porridge, fruit, eggs. Yeah? Oh, Akira. Akira, why would Akira be calling me? Hello? Yama! Thank heavens! The relief in her voice is palpable. Is everything okay? Have you seen Rui? Please tell me you've seen Rui! She left the rooms and she hasn't come back and... Wait, slow down. She went home for the night, remember? Home? She sounds genuinely bewildered. Didn't she tell you? Silence on the other end. When Kira speaks again, her voice is shaking. Oh yeah, home! Pardon me, Colonel. It slipped my mind like an eel on a peel. Did Rui not tell Akira? But how could Akira not know? They are roommates. More than that, they are best friends. Unless they got into a fight. Then it would all make sense. Why Rui went home all of a sudden, even if she could only stay for a few hours. Why Akira wouldn't know of her whereabouts. I couldn't bring it up. It seems to be bothering her. And it's bothering me as well, damn it! God dang it, so many saves already. I can't believe this one game. Alright, ask. It sounds like it could be urgent. Did something happen between you and Rui? I really can't hide anything from him, can I, Colonel? I should feel accomplished, but the pain in her voice robbed me of any sense of triumph. If you don't want to talk about it... No, actually, well... She trails off awkwardly. I decide to help her along. Want me to come to school? Could you? Well, I'm physically capable of walking. Oh, but Colonel, you know what I mean? I'll meet you in the cafeteria in 15. Okay, thanks, Yama. She quickly hangs up, leaving me to wolf down my breakfast. I jog to school just as the sun begins to creep into the sky, washing the chilly night air with a hint of warmth. Akira is waiting by the front gate, eyes fixed on her shoes. Once again, I am stricken by how empty the entrance is. Oh, Colonel! Morning? Morning? I notice her unusual reaction, but decide to let it go. Cafeteria? Yeah. She leads the way to the school dining hall, her footsteps heavy against the brick, halfway beneath our feet. The large, extravagant room is also remarkably empty. Only a few elderly stragglers are scattered around the corners, scrolling idly through their phones or bobbing their heads to music. Akira leads me to a table near the wall, settling in a cushioned chair with her arms resting lightly on her knees. Can I ask you something, Colonel? What is it? Why did you come? Why did I come? What kind of question is that? You seem to awfully turn up about something. And that's why you came? I guess. But what about Rui? Huh? You're worried about her, right? She's, after all, your one true love. I can only snort. She's my friend, if that's what you mean. And you honestly don't feel anything for her? Not romantically. Weren't we supposed to be talking about her and Rui and not me and Rui? What is going on? What is it? We fought. The words are so plain and direct that it takes me a moment to process. After the impromptu drama performance, she was really upset. From the performance. That would be nice, but no. I'd tell you why, Colin, but then I'd have to kill you. She rapidly switches between saying something deathly serious and saying something flippant. I'm not sure how to react to her words. Right, and war was to be had. We turned against one another, brother against brother, and mother against mother. The words were harsh, the strikes were unclean, and neither claimed victory. Her wild imagination seems to be getting the better of her. From what I can tell, she and Rui just had a terrible argument. So, what happened? Her forces fled and did not return. For 5 hours and half an hour, we lay in wait, readying our weapons for the moment when they would once again lay siege to our fortress. But that time never came. You waited 5.5 hours for her to come back. Put, you're so unimaginative, Colonel. On the contrary, I'm pretty sure that Akira has a little much imagination. It borderlines on delusion. I won't judge for, not today. If anything, her scenario seemed to be a coping mechanism. Why didn't she tell you she was going home? Was the argument that terrible? It lasted for 70 years, and resulted in billions of casualties. Huh? So it must be incredibly intense. Interesting, I never witnessed Akira and Rui in fight, with very similar personalities. I would have thought they would try to solve things peacefully. Still, you were worried about her. You're a good friend. No, I'm a terrible friend. I'm just like a politician. I'm too scared to do anything directly, so I became a liar to get what I want. This harsh self-criticism is enough to unsettle me. Perhaps it's simply my inner nature to be contradictory and devil's advocate, but I want to counter everything that she has to say. An actually terrible friend would never say that. So you may say, but this is anything new, Colonel. I can't seem to help anyone. Not as myself, not as Shadowbell, not as a dragon. My brain suddenly makes a connection and finally understands something. Is that why you try so hard to be different? Different people change the world, Colonel? Aren't you just lying to yourself? She smiles sadly, an edge of pain on her lips. If I can help just one person, what does it matter? Then again, it looks like I can't even do it. She abruptly stands, nodding quietly at me. Thanks for the talk, then. Time to get to class. Let me walk you. No, I'll be fine. She strides out the cafeteria without explanation. I'm frozen for a moment, working to process everything that I've learned. I always know that there was more to Akira than just a crazy fun-loving thespian, but I never expected to catch the glimpse that I did. Maybe we have more in common than I originally thought. I returned to the classroom in a daze. However, it's not a return because you haven't been there earlier. Pondering this new turn of events. Even though I'm only slightly early, the classroom is already at full attendance. I guess that with curfew in effect, there isn't much else to do except come to class on time. You sure? I turn to the door. Yako is standing in the entryway, speaking quietly with the stocky boy from yesterday, Harubunya. I mean, what if you're right? Then we'll be damn glad that I decided to talk when I did. Maybe you shouldn't try this, not yet. Why do you keep trying to stop me? 3 people, Haru. 3 people who were at the first meeting are gone. First meeting? First meeting what? That's why I need to talk to her, today! But you know the rumors. Should talk with her, and he's fine. Well, careful, dude. Huh? When am I not? Haru nods in farewell and disappears down the hall. Eiko agitatedly rubs at his hairs as he takes his seat. I'd better choose my words carefully. Who was that? Oh, Haru, he's a club member. Club member? Of the best club on earth, of course, the Happy Club, making people happy since 2018. Yeah, the Happy Club. I'd always thought that it sounded like the stupidest thing in existence, but something downs on me. What do you do in the Happy Club? I'd always assumed that it had something to do with alcohol or gambling, but... Why, we make depressed people happy, of course. I'm taken back at his sudden display of altruism. Why? Why not? Not because he wants to the undying loyalty of his future minions. Not because he wants to have a statue erected in his honor. I want to ask more, but the teacher promptly strides in the classroom. Rapping her pointer against the nearest table, the students quietly assemble. 3 people who were at the first meeting are gone. Could Yahiko have been talking about his club? 3 of the victims attended the Happy Club. But what about the first 2 deaths before the Happy Club was even founded? Could they have a link to Yahiko? Could Yahiko know anything about the murders? You're looking particularly attentive today, Yama. Would you like to answer this question? I look up to the board. A terrifyingly red picture of mutilated corpse is plastered in the center, poking me through the gaps in its leaves and crimson bloodbath. My mind runs blank. No. Yama! I squeeze my eyes shut, shaking the image out of my head. A second look shows that the picture is just an artist's interpretation of the Isamu flag. No bodies, no blood, just brown and red. What the hell was that? 5 points deducted for lack of participation. Elizabeth? Yes, Mana. The flag officially adopted during Major Inor's first mandate represents the idea that anyone can succeed with hard work regardless of background, status, or upbringing. Thank you, goodness gracious, I don't know what's going on with everyone today. Right, well, let's proceed. The flag is a proud symbol that has been acknowledged even by... I pull out of her lecture, disinterested as my classmates secretly pass matches via their hacked desk tablets. I switch my own tablet on, but wince at the bold 10 digits that greet my mean reply. Don't say that to me! Say that to him! I quickly close the application. My mind is a mess throughout the remainder of class. Thinking about Shoji, thinking about the crimes, it's just too much. Lunch could not have come sooner. Surprisingly, Akiko turns to me while the bell rings. Hey, wanna grab some lunch with Masato and me? It kinda feels like it's been a while. Now that he mentions it, really does. I almost don't remember the last time that the 4 of us had lunch together, assuming Krui joins us. I really do. But I don't know if I can talk to Masato after yesterday's exchange. I think I'll pass for today. You sure? Yeah, thanks for the invite, Fa. Okay. Hey, just dude, I feel like I haven't seen you in a long time. Sorry. Heck, some days I feel like I haven't seen me in a long time. Well, there's always room for more minions if you feel like joining. I'll keep that in mind. He all but skips out of the classroom, whistling between his teeth. A few days ago, I would have considered it completely natural. Now it looks forced to me. I leave to get some lunch, ignoring Misaki's concerned gaze. After grabbing some takeout at the cafeteria, I settle in the courtyard, enjoying the fresh weather the best I can. It's fairly empty. Most students prefer to eat in the cafeteria. The only point of interest in the small group of girls huddled in the back corner, examining the wall. Wait a minute. You're a freak! I can't believe they still let you come here! Here's the cannon of Shodi! You must pay for this! I edge closer, trying to find a clean perspective between the bundle of heads. I catch a glimpse of red hair. Again, really? Maybe the administration loves you, but we know the truth. We won't stop until we have justice! You should stop showing your dirty little face around here! Ha! Where are those thumbtacks in your gym shoes? Did they give you an idea of the pain we feel? No, she probably took them and saved them for the voodoo dolls. Ah, you're disgusting! Despite their biting words, Ari does deep and bat an eye. She stares emptily at them, her hands folded neatly in front of her. Wow, look at her, she doesn't even care. Are you even human? Do you feel nothing for the suffering of others? I bet she enjoys it! Okay, let's face it. Actually, the ones that basically don't talk around about it suffer the most. These 3 are just trying to get attention to themselves. That's how it works. It's really her favorite pastime. Well, parents keep her retarded like you. Oh, I clench my hands at the words escalate to Bradley. Ari isn't even lifting a finger to defend herself. Well, time to step in. Screw this, no one deserves this kind of treatment. I step to the outer edge of the circle, keeping my voice flat. Innocent until proven guilty. Really seeing it now. The girl turned to me, surprise flickering across their faces. Oh well, if it isn't the heartless bastard. I winced at her remark, but managed to recover in time to hide it. And if it isn't the overbearing moron. Excuse me? Don't even have the guts to bully a girl half your height without backup. She calls rapidly as the others leap to their defense. We're not even bullying her, we're being fair! You can't talk, look at what you said to Shaji! Yeah, because clearly the best way to help a hurting friend is to hurt someone else. They completely disengage Ari, circling around me. Our skilled people, why are you taking her side? I bet he likes her! Yeah, he took her side last time too. I only absorbed this calmly. Before I respond, maybe Natsuki and Shigure have ruined me for life. And you have concrete evidence of these murders. I'm sure that geniuses like you would never stoop to accuse someone without standing. Well, whenever someone talks to her, they mysteriously disappear within the next few days. You five have also talked to all the people who have disappeared, but the only things you've killed are brain cells. Try again. What? Are you deaf? Haven't you heard all the rumor that she... Oh, I see. In the world of idiots, rumors qualify as concrete evidence. They stew silently, working to speak past their rage. I seize the opportunity to guide Ari out of the circle. Before we can leave, one of the guards steps in front of me with a hard look in her eye. You're taking the side of a monster! I return her stare with equal frigidity. Until you have actual evidence, kindly refrain from increasing the amount of stupidity I have to hear. We stride away as the girls gape after us, eyes stricken with equal parts triumph and guilt. Yeah, I won. Yeah, I defended Irie. How ironic that it had to be by the same method that I condemned. We stop at the school rooftop, where I take a moment to absorb the fresh air. Ari walks in front of me and examines me closely, a quizzical tilt to her brow. You were like Shigure. Yeah, I was. I scoff dryly, she frowns. Why did you stop them? I sink into the nearest bench, she settles beside me. Because a wry laugh wrenches from my throat. Why didn't you stop them yourself? Why did you send her? Why did you just let them kill you inside? Even while I'm yelling, I already know the answer. Because it's easier. Easier to take the pain, easier to just sit there. Easier to let people call you a freak, a weirdo, a madman. Easier for you to blame yourself. Instead of answering my question, Ari wordlessly pulls something from her jacket. The Playcase, a handheld gaming console from Lemonade. She starts it up and after tapping it on the screen, hands it to me. I recognize it as the strategy RPG port of Code Deus, player versus player mode. You wanna play against me? A tiny nod. Okay, didn't know you played games much. I mean, apart from Left Alive and Fugue and all the games I've been too scared to play. I select Sumusukuromochi as my hero, leaving LaRouche Lampere for Ari. To be honest, I didn't like Susumokuromochi. And start producing some basic units. Then I ended my turn and passed the Playcase to her. You gonna keep letting them push you around like that? Ari taps the screen with blinding speed and hands it back. I don't care. Really? I can't see any of her units through the fog of war. I send out a recon scout as my heavy troopers flock from behind. They are saying some crazy stuff. Think of it this way, if you let them get away with it, they'll treat other people the same way too. Irie ponders herself before making her move, but her fingers are just as assured as before. No, they only target me. I notice in bewilderment that my recon unit has seemingly vanished into thin air. I guess that she destroyed it. Quickly I capture a factory and begin to produce tanks. Why just you? She passed it back almost immediately. They said it was because I have read her. What? Therefore I have no soul. I spot one of her infantry troops in the woods and quickly annihilate it with my tank. Nothing else is inside. That's an old joke. It's just an excuse to be mean to you. I retap the Playcase. I hear an explosion and wince. Is it supposed to be a funny joke? My tank has vanished without trace. I begin moving my forces towards the forest, while sneaking my hero across the edge of the map. No, it's a stupid joke, and it shouldn't have been made. I'll tell you a funnier one, if you like. She smiles slightly as she returns the Playcase. Yeah. I can't tell if she's smiling because she has surrounded my forces, or if she's excited to hear the joke. I slip my hero through the fog of war. What does a clock do when it's hungry? It goes back for seconds. I wait for the punchline to hit, but Ari only freezes. considering this joke for a long pause. A clock can go back in time? But no, it's a pun. 4 seconds. 4 seconds. Going back for... never mind. Nevertheless, Ari is smiling when she slips the play case into my hand. I'm left with just my final line of defense, but my hero finally reaches his intended destination, a special structure that doubles my Deus counter. How about this? A Mexican magician. Okay, tells his audience that he will disappear on the count of 3. He counts uno, then dos, and then disappears without a trace. I thought stage magic was just an illusion. I can only chuckle to myself. As expected, she completely missed 1 point. She makes her move. I hear massive explosions. Oh, I won. What? I grip the play case. Her units have completely surrounded my base and are 1 turn away from capturing my headquarters. Not today, LaRouche Lamperet. I triumphantly conquer the special objective with Susumu Kromochi and activate my Deus. Double turn. I reverse the ratio of my soldiers to yours. Our soldiers suddenly swap colors, leaving her with practically nothing. Even if it's the end of my turn, I know I've used my Deus well. She looks at the screen intently. I sit back and relax. Even if she manages to kill a few of my soldiers, she's surrounded. Then she taps on the screen and smiles. Good. Reinforcements. What? I lean over to look at the screen. My newly acquired soldiers still surround her character, but quite suddenly from the other side of the screen a small squad of soldiers has appeared. Normally a few soldiers would be nothing, but my army is still with LaRouche, and these new soldiers have a direct path to me. I blink and suddenly Vera surrounding me. Susumu Kromochi takes a couple jumps, but he's soon overrun. The words Victor LaRouche Lamperet jump to life on the screen, oddly cheery considering the game's genre. That was somewhat anticlimactic. What the? Hehe. And she goes back to eating peaches, what she loves the most. So, you're the master of video games. Got it. Her smile widens suddenly. Is she happy with my compliment? I just understood the joke. What? 4 seconds. 4 seconds! I should research the one about the Mexican magician. Yeah. I'm not sure if I will ever understand this girl. You're pretty passionate about video games, huh? I enjoy them. Are there any kinds you don't play? Bad ones. True. Well, I guess I can't argue on that one. So, do you have a favorite game out of all the ones you've played? Hyper Fabio Brothers. That was a quick answer. Oh, why that one? You fight against the bad guy who steals peaches! That makes sense. I'm not sure what I was expecting. So, what got you into video games anyway? You didn't strike me as a gamer when I first met you. Then again, she didn't strike me as a singer, and look how well that turned out. They seemed so fun, so I played some. They were fun. So did someone just buy you a console and decided, sweet, video games, or something like that? Like, what was the first game you ever played? Castles and Creatures. Wait, what? Isn't that a... That's a tabletop game, right? Old-fashioned, make your own stats, play with party, go on adventures around that stuff. Yes. How long? A standard table is 2 meters long. No, I mean, how many years have you been playing tabletop? Speaking with Ari Hiraga is an unnaturally good exercise in creating complete sentences. Oh, around 5 years. I played a lot before I learned about video games. But don't you need... I quickly stopped myself. A group of friends, that's what I was going to say, but it sounds too cruel, even for me. Huh? Never mind. I played with AI. Huh? AI, artificial intelligence. I know what it means, I was just surprised. Why? That's what was available. Available where? Edo! Hey. Returning synchronization. Haru Bunya is standing at the rooftop entrance, arms folded across his chest. Well, that was convenient. I need to talk to you, Hiraga. I glance at Ari, looking for signs of discomfort. Her face is completely blank. Leave, Yama. The words are harsh, but her voice is soft. It's almost as if she was expecting this encounter. If you say so. I move to the door, but Haru grabs my shoulder, his eyes piercing into mine. Watch yourself. He releases me and continues to Ari, as if he'd never said anything. So, is this what he meant earlier today? He was going to talk with Ari. Clearly both he and Yahiko believe the rumors about Ari being tied with the disappearances, but despite that, he's still talking with her. Just what could he be so urgent to trump their fears? Let's eavesdrop! I shake off my apprehension and return to class, resolving to ignore his words. Why don't you eavesdrop, damn it? I know it's a bad habit, but you should do it now. Afternoon classes are just as dreary as the morning, with one key difference: Yahiko is absent. The teacher seems relieved. If anything, when he catches an empty gap in the seating chart, he chirps about linguistics with a heightened spark in his eye. Yahiko doesn't return for the rest of the day. I have a bad feeling about this. I drift in between lessons, trying to bring myself to delete the number on my tablet. I can do it. After what feels like an eternity, classes finally end. Masato doesn't come, Rui doesn't come, Yahiko doesn't come. And still in the silence as my classmates hurry outdoors to savor very precious hours of freedom before the gates are closed. Elizabeth is one of them, marching away with her growing crowd of groupies. Misaki is the only one to drop by my desk. Have you seen Rui today, Yama? Rui? Nope. If anything, I should be asking about her presence. I haven't seen her in a while. I see. If you see her, please take care of her. What do you mean? Oh, she only sighed vaguely, a furrow to her brow. Please. Then, without another word, she turns and strides off, flicking her fold between her hands. Take care of Rui. Why? How? More questions, fewer answers. This is getting ridiculous. I restlessly swing my backpack over my shoulder and head out of the classroom. If I'm not getting answers, I'll just have to find them myself. Yes. Please take some action finally. My first instinct is to look for my friends from a high vantage point. Shortly after arriving, I quickly realized that it's a terrible instinct. Even if I had perfect eyesight, it's not like I can see through buildings. What made me think that I could have found Rui from the rooftop? I'm just about to leave, but I catch a flicker of motion in the corner of my eye. Purple hair. Wavy purple hair. What a bloody prat! Yeah, that's definitely Elizabeth. I round the corner to the back part of the rooftop, the generally more isolated area. Sure enough, my favorite breed is settled on the edge of bench, nose shoved deep in the pages of paperback book. I quickly recognized it as the popular dystopian series The Family Internee. Interesting. Didn't think she'd have time to read fiction between those textbooks of hers. Who's a bloody prat? She doesn't even glance up, clearly absorbing the print before her. Team's president! President Ash! I can't stand some monkey gates like... She trails off, then slowly looks upward. You! She leaps to her feet, thrusting the book in front of her like a broadsword. Good day, Lizzie. Don't tell anyone. She quickly slides her books behind her, looking down. That was a delayed reaction. Second secret! My god, we are such a bad person in this game. I'll take it to my grave, just like you being a barista. Great, I feel so comforted. You don't trust me, I'm hurt. Do you blame me? I want to bite back with a teasing remark, but my tongue is stiff in my mouth. Trust, a fickle thing. Elizabeth's brows furrow at my change of mood. She slowly closed the book, evaluating me for a long moment. Are you worried about disappearances? For a second I am flabbergasted. It's almost like she read my mind. What? The main targets are academy students. It's some cause for concern, isn't it? Alright, that wasn't exactly how I'd been thinking about the disappearances, but doesn't matter, people die anyway. My, I see you have sky-high expectations of humanity. What can I say? I'm an optimist. She smirked lightly. She smirked lightly at this. It seemed to soften the hard lines of her face. It prompts me to speak. You know, sometimes you're not that unbearable. Oh yeah, I try to answer to your every beck and call. I can tell from the encouragement you shower on me. Well, I'm known for my nurturing spirit. By people on drugs? She actually giggles, extracting a chuckle from me, getting along with Elizabeth. What's going on? It probably won't last, but maybe I should see where it goes. We should probably not, because we were supposed to take action finally, god damn it! But let's keep talking. Yeah, why not? I don't have anywhere else to be, so, and honestly this could be fun. I take a moment to glance over her stacks of tomes. Aside from the famine attorney, her selection seems to wave on the mystery side. Works from Dartur Onal Coil, Soroti Dayers, Calgater these names! And more. I also catch multiple outliers in the romance department. This your favorites? I have yet to decide. Genre is proving to be enjoyable so far. So, you don't know the endings. Her face promptly drops into a cold glare. Don't you dare spoil them. Spoil them? Me? I would never. I peer over her shoulder at the feminine tourney. But you know, if I were you, I wouldn't trust that baker boy. Yama, I just said. And the archer girl, the main character, well, don't be too startled if she kills everyone else in order to win at the end. Oh, stop it! And the little sister, she may or may not turn insane and become a serial killer. Fine! She promptly slams the book shut and slides it back in the pile, withdrawing a fresh one. Looks like a dark Turk. Onal calls the dogs of Garamond. Spoiler alert! The main character dies in the end. Oh my god, he's such a dick. Again, she hastily returns the book and takes another one. Sorority Dayers, go denied. Spoiler alert, Shush! The characters end up hating each other's guts and swear to become eternal rivals. Are you going to keep doing this? She looks genuinely upset, so I quickly retract, lost off my humor. I was just making it up. You were? Want me to cross my heart? Hoping to die would be better. You must save the best for last, my dear. She snorts at this, shaking her head in disbelief. My god, you're exactly like... Her eyes shuffle away, sparking my curiosity. Exactly like? Well, you know, Mr. Darcy, sort of from Pride and Prejudice. Wait a second, those eyes! Holy crap, that was so amazing! Not that you would know about that book anyway. Actually, I read it. You have? Her surprise seems genuine rather than condescending. I decide to respect it. Why, certainly, Miss Bennet. I do consider myself to be well read. Elizabeth straightens, her lips twitching in a coquettish smile. It appears your considerations for one being well read are substantially lower than the normalities of society, Mr. Darcy. Well, naturally, it is in accordance with the quality of my company. I beg your pardon? After all, dear Elizabeth, a poor Miss Bennet you are but half English. As you for Mr. Darcy, you are twice as conceited as your original counterpart. Why, thank you. It is not to be thankful for. A proud man I may be, but I know where to place my gratitude. Is there place one that exists in this world? Naturally not. So I thought, this is actually fun. When Elizabeth loosens up, her wit and intelligence make for a playful combination. Not that she'd ever actually be Elizabeth Bennet, or what I would be Mr. Darcy. After all, in the end, they fall in love. Well, I actually considered Elizabeth as the main target for me, because I believed she would be the hardest to get. Just the thought sends me into shudders of revulsion. I have a small question for you, Mr. Darcy. What might that be, Miss Bennet? What brings you to the rooftop? Your undying beauty. She flushes brightly, even though I was just joking. You taint those words with your capriciousness. What? She quickly loses the mask of Elizabeth Bennet in her favor. You can't say romantic things so easily. It loses its meaning. What, you think I meant it seriously? Well, no, but for example... She clears her throat and stares me dead in the eye. I love you. What? Despite hating her, do I hate her? Yeah, I hate her. I nearly fly backward, my stomach turning over. What the heck? I didn't mean it, but you see, no matter your intent, words have power. And you tell me that you love me to justify this? And you tell me you love me to what? Well, it's not like I bloody meant it. Then why did you say it? To prove a point. See, you're riled up. That's exactly how I feel when you... When people throw around words so casually. And now I know why this girl can't handle a joke. Still, I guess to some extent it makes sense. I don't want to admit it, but her counter-argument is actually valid. So, that was why you were always on my case, for throwing around my words. Of a sort, yes. She clears her throat, protectively hugging a book to her chest. Honestly speaking, I didn't hate you. Really? Well, not at first. So, what traumatic event lost Her Majesty's favor upon me? Strangely enough, she ignores my mocking tone. Her gaze is deadly serious. Well, that was unfortunate timing. I wait for Elizabeth to continue, but she immediately retracts, digging back into her book. I was worried. She doesn't really give me any other option, so I take a look. And who that might be? Rui. Here, busy right now, I need some ground labor. Get Marvelous Massa then. Courtyard, now! I'm actually disappointed as I slide my phone per pocket. This was the closest to a civil conversation that I've gotten with Elizabeth. Well, Miss Bennet, it looks like duty calls. As you know, I have so many admirers to see. She snickers slightly. Oh, I would count on it. There are, after all, 70 million blind people in the world. I snort. That was actually a possible comeback. Cheerio, Miss Bennet. Goodbye, Mr. Darcy. Don't come again. I will, Miss Bennet. Just for you. Well, I shan't stop you if you wish to publicly humiliate yourself. I only roll my eyes at her and shut the door, setting my steps toward the academy courtyard. And we'll get to the courtyard in the next episode, so we'll see where this is going. And luckily enough, Rui is safe. I was afraid she might not be safe, but she's safe. So, with that, see ya!